All right, quick one on calories in, calories out. So how this kind of works, it's a great theory, but so the idea of the thing is we're like a machine. We take in energy and we our muscles and stuff, we need energy to move our body. That's how it kind of works. So like a machine-based thing, but it's actually more different than that. It's a little bit more complicated than that. How the calories in, calories out works is it's run off a hormone called leptin. So leptin governs our metabolism in our body. And you're literally, your calories in and you're manipulating, dropping down in levels or going up in levels is dictating your metabolism. So if you do right now, if you start tracking your calories and you say, if I put anyone on a 1600 calorie a day meal plan, what will happen is you're eating too less and your body weight will come up and meet it, and you'll just come up. It might come up a kilo, it might come up 2. And same deal, if you're a bigger person and you're eating too much food, what will happen is for the first week you will drop down, and then your body will stabilize. Leptin will stabilize and be like, okay, this is our new norm. And so that's how it works. It's more of a survival thing. So when you're out and you're hunting and you're gathering back in the day, we've evolved pretty quick to where we are now. Wasn't that long ago we were running around bloody spearing the animals. And so if you couldn't go with, if you couldn't catch a feed for the whānau, your metabolism levels will drop down and stop you from expending too much energy. So that's what leptin does. And and you see big bodybuilder fellas, they only work out an hour a day, and they've manipulated their leptin levels so much so they're at about 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. You know, they're only sitting at about 90 to 95 kilos. Now I know they're lean, but they've slowly gotten their way up there. You know, it's about to manipulate leptin to increase their metabolism, that they're now at a 4,000 to 5,000 calorie a day. You know, that's like an Olympic athlete or a CrossFitter, you know, and they're working out hours, 4 to 8 hours a day, you know, so they need that fuel. But these guys have manipulated leptin, they're eating the same amount of food as these ridiculously high output athletes, and they're only working out once a day, which is quite cool. You know, it's cool that you know, science kind of works like that. It's fun. Also, you can manipulate as insulin. So insulin is it's obviously released from your pancreas when you eat carbohydrates, goes into your bloodstream, you release insulin. Insulin binds in on insulin receptors and allows your sugar, your glucose to go through to be used by tissue, by muscle tissue, or it can also trigger the response that it is too much sugar in the body and we're not using it up. It's going to get sent away for fat storage. So insulin has that main also effect, and hence why low carbohydrate diets work. When you're in a when you don't have enough insulin released, your body actually can't send it away for storage. So you can be on a ridiculous amount of calories from fat and be under a certain, I usually was under 50 grams of carbohydrates, and I can't store, and you just don't store anything because your insulin isn't high enough for your body to be able to push excess supposed calories into the fat tissue. Interesting, I did a study in my last year of university, and that was all on ketogenic diets, and I went from probably about 2,000 calories up to about 5,002. I lost 1 kilo. I wouldn't have lost any body fat. I had plenty of energy in my body. I didn't have enough time to manipulate my leptin levels, so my metabolism wouldn't have gone up. I would have just lost a little bit of water weight through glycogen dump, and that's all. Yeah. So when you're looking at calories in, calories out, it gives you options. Calories in, calories out manipulates leptin, and that allows you to eat a lot more foods that you want to eat. So you want to eat brown rice, you want to eat wraps and toast or whatever you want, you can, and you can add it in as long as you're manipulating your caloric intake and keeping to those calories and being very constant about getting those calories that you need in. And having a clear plan of what you're doing, of going up or you're going down in calories slowly, and manipulating that each week or every 2 weeks. On the flip side of that, you can manipulate insulin, and that's just through having low carbohydrates in your diet. You don't have to be so low that you're in ketogenic state, which is probably under 30. If you're very active, you can be at under 50 grams of carbohydrate and still be in a ketogenic state. But even real top end athletes can go into a 100. But yeah, you can either manipulate your carbohydrate intake, bring it down, and then your insulin will come down, and then you won't be able to store any fat, and that's another effective method of not putting on weight, but also possibly being able to lose weight if you're doing it in the correct manner. We have both our balanced diets, all calorie based, and our meat based diet, obviously no insulin really there, only when excess amounts of protein is needed for energy for the body. Our body will break down our protein into glucose via gluconeogenesis, and that takes about 30 calories out of each gram of protein as well to be able to do that. So you're burning calories through, then your body's using that carbohydrate efficiently to be able to run the body. So yeah, it's not always about being what one's right. It's just having options, and those are the options that you have. You've got multiple options, and that's what you got to keep open to everyone. And yeah, so that's how it all works.